This time on Legacy 4x4, we're turning some full doors into half doors, and we're gonna do it and not mess it up, hopefully. Full day to start this project. This time we're making half doors in the Dodge. So first things first, strip the door and make the first aggressive cut. As you can see, the door is already stripped, so we're good to go on that part. Next thing we're gonna do, cut the door. It's a big aggressive jump, but it has to be done. This is how you get the big shape and the big picture, and then it's all that fine metal working. So let's get right to it and let's cut this door. All right, so obviously chopping through doors isn't the most easy thing. They're not meant to be chopped in half, so you get a bunch of little snags in the metal where it's like pinch welded or flat welded, or manufacturing just has like 3 layers of metal right there you gotta cut through. So it's something you just figure out, but it's not the end of the world. All right, had to move inside because it got dark out. It was busy all day. I'm trying to get this done as soon as possible. So all I'm doing is cutting out plates that somewhat resemble the top of this, laying them on. I'm matching one side, I'm matching the front side to it so I can get a nice clean weld. Then I'm taking a grinder and I'm cutting the rest of it out. That way I know I have a nice clean section and I can weld both sides, and that's how I'm gonna do it. So I'll probably piecemeal everything together and then start going over with the grinder and the flap disc, get everything flat, and then I'll progress through there. But I'm probably gonna piecemeal it together and get the rough shape first, and then slowly build until it's a final product like the other side. So let's get to it. At the end of the day, it's a really simple process. It's just cutting the sheet metal, laying it on top, cutting it again to get a perfect fit, welding it, grinding it, welding the holes that you missed if you had a little bit of gaps you had to fill. But it gets the job done over time, and if you trust the process, the end product is exactly what you want. All right, as you can see, I skipped ahead. I got the block primer on. It's just a filler primer. It works really easy for welds because it fills up some of the little gaps you have. This is not perfect. There's a bunch of welds on here that aren't great and they're not perfect, and I'm not gonna change it. I'm not gonna change it because the whole thing's gonna be caged and the whole body's gonna catch dents and stuff in it, so I'm not too worried about it. I just want it to have the function of all being there and be close enough to perfect for me that it's not gonna irritate me while I'm driving it. So that's how that turned out. Next step's gonna be painting the outside of it red. I'm just using Rust-Oleum Sunrise Red. It's close enough to the original color. Like I said, close enough works for me. And then I'm gonna bed line the top part as well as the inside. So let's go knock out those 2 steps and we'll be done with these half doors and we can talk about them more. Okay guys, I just got done both doors. Everything's ground down as smooth as I want it to be. It's not super smooth, but it's as smooth as I need it to be. And I think it's gonna, come out great when there's a cage around it and everything's dented from hitting the sides of it off things on the trail. So not too worried about it. This is how it turned out. Some of these lines aren't perfect. I could have spent more time block sanding and trying to get the paint line smooth and the weld line smooth, but I just don't care. It looks good enough and it's going to perform the purpose of having half doors, so not too worried about it. Yeah guys, that's it for that one. These are done. Next thing coming up on this one's going to be some tube Nerf bars with Jake, and then those are going to lead into a roll cage that's going to mount off those Nerf bars in the frame, and then we're also going to do some do-it-yourself beadlocks with Jake's plasma cutter. So stay tuned. Lots more work coming to the Dodge.